Inside one of Dubai's most popular Russian nightclubs, Chalet Borotska, many Russian natives feel like they've been transported back to their homeland.
We have small Russian town in here. Russian vibes, Russian food, Russian music.
Thousands of Russians have flocked to the United Arab Emirates, seeking to avoid conflict and Western sanctions, after Russia invaded Ukraine more than 2 years ago. Some have capitalised on the Gulf's freewheeling financial and business hub to buy property, build companies, or simply restart their life from scratch. Polina Kaneva is marketing manager at the Chalet Borotska club.
Dubai for us is like a piece of peace. So here we have a lot of international guests, we have a lot of Ukrainians and Russians and everybody.
The UAE has tried to remain neutral in the Ukraine conflict, despite Western pressure on Gulf oil producers to help isolate Russia. But the UAE has condemned the invasion of Ukraine and also helped facilitate prisoner swaps between Russia and Ukraine. Since the war broke out, the Gulf state's economy has also benefited from an influx of Russian wealth, drawing scrutiny from the US and other Western allies. Dubai, in particular, has long been popular with Russians, who are among the city's top visitors and purchasers of real estate. Businessman Sergei Polonsky.
Dubai
and the United Arab Emirates as a whole are on the hunt now. They have joined the game of attracting the most interesting individuals from all the world in terms of architecture, design, scientific and technological progress, IT, etc. So I am where the party is.
At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
Veterans and world leaders met in Normandy on Thursday to mark the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. More than 150,000 Allied soldiers arrived in France by sea and air to drive out the forces of Nazi Germany on June 6, 1944. It was history's largest amphibious invasion, marking a turning point in World War II.
When you go home, tell them of us.
Some 200 veterans, most of them American or British, took part in ceremonies throughout the day on windswept beaches that still bear the scars of the fighting that erupted on D-Day.
I was on the landing craft.
Moving statements from veterans were read out. The number of veterans still alive is dwindling fast, many of them age 100 or over. This is one of the last major ceremonies in Normandy that will honor them in their presence. This year's commemoration also carries special resonance, with war raging in Ukraine.
You're the savior of the people.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky joined French President Emmanuel Macron, US President Joe Biden, and many others in the day of tributes.
Do you expect one day Ukraine landing?
I hope so.
Russia was not invited to this year's ceremonies. US President Joe Biden made an impassioned call for the defense of freedom and democracy at a joint ceremony with Macron at the Normandy American Cemetery, where row after row of white marble crosses show the toll the invasion took on Allied forces.
The United States and NATO and a coalition of more than 50 countries standing strong with Ukraine. We will not walk away. Because if we do, Ukraine will be subjugated, and it will not end there.
Two sources said the leaders were set to adopt a declaration on Thursday, saying democracy was once more under threat in Europe and promising to defend freedom.